It is time to, what time is it, D?
Cook like candy.
It is time to cook like candy. And today I am making stuffed Cornish hens. Not so much like a Ruth Chris style, but just a stuffed chicken, but I'm using the Cornish hens. And I'm gonna stuff them with spinach and cheese. I'm gonna use mozzarella, cream cheese, a little bit of that sharp cheddar because that's what I have left, and that Italian. I'll show you how I mix that up. I'm gonna also make some broccolini because I love broccolini, and Dee asked me today if broccolini was really called broccolini, but it is, and you don't see them everywhere, but I love broccolini. So I'm gonna roast that, and I'll show you what's next. So I'm gonna start off by oiling my chicken with some olive oil, just because it helps marinate the seasonings better. I'm gonna hit it with some seasoned salt, because it's salt and I like salt, but it's not too much because some people use way more than that. All right, garlic powder. I gotta kill this one so I can open my new one. It's never too much garlic powder. I have this garlic pepper, and that's gonna give me my pepper from my chicken. Right here, this is a cilantro lime. I just want to use it. Never really baked with it like that, but I think it's going to be good. So I want to give it that cilantro lime flavor just for fun. It actually smells good too. And then I have this oregano, basil, and tomato season that I'm going to use this too. I'm going to add a little of my chicken powder just because it's chicken and everybody likes chicken flavor, right? I'm gonna go across those seasons with some oil, and then I'm about to give these Cornish hens the best massage they ever had in their life, like for real, the best. Hands are clean. Give me a little more oil to break some of the seasoning up. And then I'm just gonna really just massage this flavor into this chicken. I'm gonna massage it across the top. I'm gonna pick it up, massage it across the back. You know, just give it a really nice massage. If I can get under the skin in any way possible, I'm gonna get under there so that all the flavors can marinate inside of this baby hen or whatever Cornish hen when it's cooking. So for my cheese sauce, I am going to use cream cheese. And I'm just gonna put it in here. And it's not a cheese sauce, it's the cheese that I'm baking with. So I'm just gonna blend this cheese while I'm in this workstation. So a whole stick of cream cheese. I'm stuffing 4 of them, so I wanna make sure I have enough cheese. If I had to measure that, I would say that would probably be 2/4 cups or a half. Ha ha ha, if you know your math. But 1/2 cup of that Italian blend cheese. And there's no method to why I'm using this cheese. It's just because this is what I have. It's not a fancy blend. I use what I have. I wish I had ricotta, but I don't. Parmesan. And mozzarella, if I can get it to come out. There we go. All right. So we have grated Parmesan, or that Parmesan that you buy out the shelf. I have some mozzarella, I have some sharp cheddar, and I have some cream cheese. So I'm going to blend these cheeses, and then I'm going to season them a bit, and then I'm going to mix an egg in it. I'm going to saute my spinach, and then I'll blend it all together. I'm going to season this cheese with some parsley. Probably more so for presentation, but when it starts cooking in together, it looks great. I'm going to add some oregano. And if you don't have like all of that, just do an Italian blend, just blend it up a little bit. And then I'll throw in just a little thyme. This thing act like it don't want to come out, but it's okay. There we go. I'll throw in some thyme. Before I blend it, I'm going to add 1 egg. just so I can whip it together and it can give my cheeses the firm hold that I need, okay? So I'm just gonna melt some butter in a medium-sized pan, and then I am going to bring my spinach over to this pan and let the spinach saute down. It's not gonna take long at all for the spinach.
Here you go.
So I'm gonna do my first round of spinach and saute it down. It's gonna saute down very fast because spinach don't waste no time with cooking down. And I just really want it to wilt down some. And then I'm going to combine it in with my cheese. So I have it wilted down just to where I think I want it. I think I may want it just a little, I'll let it cook a little more, just a little. And then I'll combine it with my cheese. And then I'll wilt a little more spinach just so I can have it all down. And then I'll show you what I'm doing next. So I'm going to add that part of spinach in with my cheese real quick. And I'm going to just whip it a little bit. Make me a nice mixture, you know? Cheese is going to melt because the spinach is hot, which is fine by me. But I don't want it to cook too much because this stuff got to go in these chickens. And it's got to do a lot of cooking. It smells good. So I whipped up my cheese and my spinach. I'm going to put a little paprika in there just for the color. It doesn't really serve any other purpose. But I am going to just whip this together a little more just so that color can spread. It looks good, guys, and I know it's going to be good. So here's the dirty part, right? I grab my Cornish hen and I take a scoop and I just stuff it and get it in there. And I'm going to stuff these evenly until they're stuffed. So I'm going to probably just do 1 spoon in at a time until I get some in each one. And then I'll just go back around with my leftovers and I'll show you what I do next, all right? All right, so they're stuffed, but I got to stuff them some more. So I'm going to just shake it down a little and force feed this stuffing into these cavities. Try to keep it clean and neat because, yeah, do the best you can. That's the best I'm going to get out of that. All right. So I don't like for my chicken to cook sloppy. So if you have some of that like bacon string, you can tie your chicken feet together. I just use a toothpick and pin them together and close it. The cheese will naturally melt. It will start sliding down. So I want to try to capture as much as I can in my cavity. So I just try to, you know, tighten this chicken up the best I can. Good thing is they are touching each other. So you will definitely see them sticking at the bottom. But I'm just going to clip these feet together to try to hold as much as I can. And wash my hands real quick and I'll show you what's next. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven uncovered and just let it slow cook and get the broccolini rolling next. So Dylan, my cameraman, said that I should look in the camera more. It's not my thing, but now I have my broccolini and I am about to chop the ends off just because I don't think they should be cooked because the ends be looking like they've been through something, you know. I don't want to eat them if they've been through something. So I'll just take the ends off of my broccolini real quick. And then I will proceed to season it up. That one was in the way, messed up my cut. Okay, so I'll get the ends off of it. I've already washed it off. I will hit it with some olive oil. Some cracked black pepper. A little sea salt. And squeeze some fresh lemon juice across the top. Then I'm just going to blend it in. That's it, guys. I'm going to put this in a pan. And I'll put it in the oven and let it roast until it's done. I'll cover it with foil though. So I have it in my pan, and because I'm making chicken, I'm just going to sprinkle just a little chicken flavor on there, and let that bake into there to give it a little more flavor. I'll put this in the oven. I'm going to cover it with some foil just so it can cook the way I want it to cook. I'll throw it in the oven with my chicken. The broccolini will be done first, but that's okay. And then I'll be back to show you guys the final presentation. All right, I took them hens out the oven, y'all. That's the cheese, but when you get inside it, I'll show you. I ain't even gonna talk about it. I'm gonna be about it. And here's that broccolini, y'all. You'll see it on the plate. I love mine to be wilted like this. You don't like yours wilted? Don't eat it. And here is the final presentation of my stuffed Cornish hen. Mashed potatoes and broccolini. Ty, is it good? Yeah, we're about to eat. Bon appetit.